Good morning, dear students. Today I will discuss about properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Let us start with the definition, what you got in the last class. If sine of x equal to y, then sine inverse of y equal to x. Sine of x equal to y, sine inverse of y equal to x. These are two equivalent statements. If sin x equal to y, then sin inverse of y equal to x. And if sin inverse of y equal to x, then sin x equal to y. Now, whenever we write sin inverse of y must be in between -1 and +1. We know domain of sin inverse of y is in between -1 and +1. So, y must be in between -1 and +1. And x, the value of sin inverse of y, x must be in between -pi/2 and +pi/2. The range of sin inverse of y, the value of sin inverse of y, which is x, must lie in between -pi/2 and +pi/2. Now, combining these two, sin x equal to y implies sin inverse of y equal to x, and sin inverse of y equal to x gives sin x equal to y. Sin inverse of y equal to x, y equal to sin x. So putting y equal to sin x, we get sin inverse of sin x is equal to x. Sin inverse of sin x equal to x. This is the property number 1. Sin inverse of sin x equal to x. But very be careful. You have to remember this x must be in between -pi/2 and +pi/2. Sin inverse of sin x equal to x. X must lie between -pi/2 and +pi/2. That means you can say sin inverse of sin pi by 3. Sin inverse of sin x equal to, we can write pi by 3 as pi by 3 lies between -pi/2 and +pi/2. Sin inverse of sin pi by 3 is equal to pi by 3 as pi by 3 lies in between -pi/2 and +pi/2. But sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 3. Now, just see, -pi/2 to +pi/2 means in degree measure -90 degree to +90 degree. For any angle from -90 to +90, this result will be true. But sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 3 cannot be equal to 2 pi by 3, as 2 pi by 3 does not lie in this range, does not lie in between -pi/2 and +pi/2. So you have to remember sin inverse of sin x equal to x if x is in between -pi/2 and +pi/2, -90 and +90. Similarly, cos inverse of cos x equal to x, but x must be in between 0 and pi, which is range of cos inverse. Range of cos inverse is 0 to pi. So cos inverse of cos x equal to x if this angle is in between 0 and pi. If this angle is more than pi or less than 0, this result will not be true. Cos inverse of cos x equal to x, tan inverse of tan x equal to x, cot inverse of tan inverse of tan x equal to x if x lies in between -pi/2 and +pi/2. The range is very important. For sine inverse, for tan inverse, for cosec inverse, the range is in between -pi/2 to +pi/2. And cos inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse, the range is between 0 and pi. You have to remember. So sine inverse of sin x is equal to x, tan inverse of tan x is x, cot inverse of cot x is x, cosec inverse of cosec x, etc. So this is true for all inverse trigonometric functions. This result is true, but you have to remember the range. Similarly, you can see sine of x equal to y. X is equal to sine inverse of y. If we put x equal to sine inverse of y, we will get sine of sine inverse of y is equal to y. Here y must be in between. You can see y must be in between -1 and +1. Sine of sine inverse of y must be sine of sine inverse of y equal to y, and y must be in between -1 and +1. This result is true for from both sides. Sine inverse of sine x is x, but here x must be in between -π/8 and +π/8. Sine of sine inverse of y is also y, and y must lie between -1 and +1. Similarly, cos of cos inverse of y is also y, and y must be in between -1 and +1. So what you have to remember, this is your first property. You know, tan inverse of tan x, sin inverse of sin x, cot inverse of cot x, all is equal to x, but the range you have to remember, which is very, very important. Next, property number 2. Sin inverse of 1 by x is equal to cosec inverse of x. Sin inverse, cosec inverse. You know, whenever you write cosec inverse of x, x must be more than +1, and x either more than 1, more than equal to 1, or less than equal to -1. So you have to remember sin inverse of 1 by x is cosec inverse of x. Similarly, cos inverse of 1 by x is equal to sec inverse of x. Tan inverse of x equal to cot inverse of 1 by x. But you see, this result is true for only positive values of x, only for positive values. Okay, and these two results you can see the for the domain of cosec inverse, for the domain of sec inverse, this is true. Let me explain with an example. You can see sine inverse of 1 by 3 is equal to cosec inverse of 3. Tan inverse of 5 is equal to cot inverse of 1 by 5, etc., etc. This is the use of the property. We can prove also. Let me prove one of these three results. Let us prove this one. Number 1, sine inverse of 1 by x equal to cosec inverse of x. How to prove? Let sine inverse of 1 by x is equal to sec a. 1 by x is equal to sine a. So cosec a equal to x, a equal to cosec inverse of x. And so you can see a equal to this, a equal to cosec inverse of x, and therefore sine inverse of 1 by x is equal to cosec inverse of x, both equal to a. So this is the proof of the theorem. Similarly, you can prove other two also. Now, property number 3. Sine inverse of minus x is minus of sine inverse of x. Tan inverse of minus x is minus of tan inverse of x. Cosec inverse of minus x is minus of cosec inverse of x. Minus will come out. Minus, minus, minus. Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse of x. Cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse of x. Sec inverse of minus x is pi minus sec inverse of x. Sin inverse, cot, tan inverse, cosec inverse, formula for these three are similar. Minus will come out. For cos inverse, cot inverse, and sec inverse, the formula will be pi minus, pi minus, pi minus. These three are similar. Very simple. Okay. Let us prove one, say A. Let us prove first one and fourth one, A and D. First, let us prove this one. To prove this one, let us assume sine inverse of minus x is equal to, say, A minus of x is equal to sine A. Okay, minus of x equal to sine A, x equal to minus of sine A. So you can see x equal to sin inverse of minus x equal to a, and from this minus x equal to sin a, x equal to minus of sin a. Now just let me one line, x equal to sine of minus a. Okay, sine of minus a is sine a. Sine inverse of x is equal to minus of a. Let me bring a in that side. Minus of sine inverse of x is equal to a. And what is a? A is sine inverse of minus x. So sine inverse of minus x. Very simple proof. So this is the proof of first theorem. Sine inverse of minus x is equal to minus of sine inverse of x. Next, let us prove third one. Cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. Like last theorem, let us consider, let cos inverse of minus x is equal to a, minus x is cos of a, x equal to minus of cos a, x equal to cos of pi minus cos 180 degree minus a is equal to minus of cos a. Okay, so cos inverse of x is equal to pi minus a. A is pi minus cos inverse of x, and the value of a you can see here from here. Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse of x. So this is the proof. Similarly, we can prove other results also, but remember, proof is not important, but theorem you have to remember. You have to remember all the results and you have to apply it in sums. Okay, so these are 6 important properties. Sin inverse, tan inverse, cosec inverse, simply is very simple to remember. Minus will come out, and for cos inverse, cot inverse and sec inverse, it will be pi minus, pi minus, pi minus. Let's move to next theorem. Very important, very useful. Sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Sec inverse of x plus cosec inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Very important theorem. I will prove first one. Sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Now let us prove sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. To prove, let us first assume sin inverse of x is equal to, say, a. X equal to sine of a. Sine of a equal to, we can write cos of pi by 2 minus a. Sine of a equal to, we can write cos of pi by 2 minus a, cos 90 minus a. Cos inverse of x, if we bring cos to that side, cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2 minus a. Cos inverse of x plus a is equal to pi by 2, and you can see a equal to sin inverse of x. So cos inverse of x plus sin inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. So this is the proof of the theorem. Sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Similarly, you can prove this two theorem also. Tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x equal to pi by 2, and sec inverse of x plus cosec inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Now I'm taking an example. Suppose sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of 1 by 3 is equal to pi by 2. Now the theorem is, you can see, sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. Result will be pi by 2 if these two are equal. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. So as a result is pi by 2. These are one mark questions. Sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of 1 by 3 equal to pi by 2. That means this must be equal to 1 by 3. X must be equal to, only in that case we can only in that case the result will be pi by 2 if these two are equal, x. So as answer is pi by 2, sum of these two is pi by 2, so this must be equal to this. So from this we can conclude x equal to 1 by 3. There are other methods also to find the result, but this is very simple way. Remember, sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x equal to pi by 2. So as the answer is pi by 2, so these two must be same. Moving to next theorem, it's very important, very important. Tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. When both x and y are positive, x and y more than 0, and x into y is less than 1. So before applying the theorem, we have to check whether what is the value of x into y. If x into y is less than 1, we will write tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y equal to this. Now, if x into y is more than 1, greater than 1, we have to add pi with this. The formula will be pi plus tan inverse of. So this is incorrect. Just I am correcting this. The tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y, when x into y is greater than 1, it will be pi plus tan inverse of the other things are same. Tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Be careful. This part is same in both cases, but if x into y is less than 1, this will be the formula. But if x into y is greater than 1, we have to add pi. Let us explain this with an example. First, number 1, tan inverse of half plus tan inverse of 1 by 3. Now, we have to apply the formula for tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. But before applying the formula, we have to check what is the value of x into y. X into y, whether it is less than 1 or more than 1. Half into 1 by 3 is 1 by 6, which is less than 1. So directly the formula will be tan inverse of half plus 1 by 3 divided by 1 minus half into 1 by 3. Tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Tan inverse of numerator will be 5 by 6, denominator will be again 5 by 6. So it is tan inverse of 1, and tan inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 4. Because 1 equal to tan of pi by 4, tan pi by 4 equal to 1, tan inverse of 1 equal to pi by 4. This is the first example. Let us move to second example. Tan inverse of 2 plus tan inverse of 3. Now here you can see x into y, 2 into 3. Here 2 into 3 is more than 1. So what will be the formula? Pi plus tan inverse of 2 plus 3 by 1 minus 2 into 3. It will be pi plus tan inverse of minus of 1. 5 by minus 5, minus of 1. Tan inverse of minus x. Tan inverse of minus x is minus tan inverse of x. We know, we have already proved tan inverse of minus x is minus of tan inverse of x. And tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So answer is 3 pi by 4. Now what is the difference? Here x into y is less than 1. Here x into y is greater than 1. Less than 1, more than 1. As x into y is more than 1, we have to add pi plus. Rest of the things are same. Here x into y is less than 1. So this will be the answer. Okay. So very careful. While doing tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y, you have to check whether x into y is less than 1 or more than 1. For less than 1, this will be the this is the way, and if x into y is more than 1, this will be the way. We have to add pi plus. Next, tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y. Tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y is tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y equal to this. Directly we can write this formula. Next, property number 6, 2 tan inverse of x. 2 tan inverse of x, there are three formulas for 2 tan inverse of x. First one is in terms of sine inverse. Sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Second one is cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. And third one is tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. All the three are equal to 2 tan inverse of x. This is equal to 2 tan inverse of x. This is also 2 tan inverse of x. This is also 2 tan inverse of x. 2 tan inverse of x can be expressed in terms of sine inverse, in terms of cos inverse, and in terms of tan inverse. Very important. You have to remember 2 tan inverse of x equal to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square, cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square, and tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. What I have written here, proof of the above theorem is important. Now in exam, it may come that to prove that 2 tan inverse of x equal to this sine inverse of this, or 2 tan inverse of x equal to this. I will prove one of these three. I will prove the first one. 2 tan inverse of x equal to sine inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. This is the formula for 2 tan inverse of x in terms of sine inverse. To prove this one, we have to start in this way. Let us prove the formula for sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta equal to okay, let us prove this theorem from the right hand side. Let us start from right hand side. It's very simple, but you have to remember the procedure. Very simple. Let x equal to, now if you can remember, there is a formula in class 11 of this form, 2x by 1 plus x square. The formula is this, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. There is one formula of this one, which is equal to sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta equal to 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now, if we put x equal to tan theta, this will be of this form, and this equal to, will get a formula sine 2 theta. So let us prove x equal to, let us put x equal to tan theta. Right hand side will be sine inverse 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. It will be sine inverse of sine 2 theta using this. This is the theorem, is the result we got in class 11. Sine 2 theta in terms of tan. Because this is of this form, we have replaced x by tan theta. We have replaced x by tan theta. Sine inverse of sine 2 theta is equal to 2 theta. Sine inverse of sine x equal to x, assuming that 2 theta lies in between minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2. Now, if x equal to tan theta, then tan inverse of x is equal to theta. So, from this, you can say theta equal to tan inverse of x. So, 2 tan inverse of x is equal to the left hand side. Similarly, we can prove other two also. 2 tan inverse of x in terms of cos inverse, 2 tan inverse of x in terms of tan inverse. This is very important from exam point of view. You have to remember the proof. Very important. Next, I want to give you two more results. First one is sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y. Sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y, which is equal to sine inverse of x into root over 1 minus y square plus y into root over 1 minus x square. This will be true when x square plus y square is less than equal to 1 and xy lies in the range minus 1 to plus 1. But this is the formula you have to remember. Sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y. Sine inverse of x into root over 1 minus y square plus y into root over 1 minus x square. Similarly, sine inverse of x minus sine inverse of y. The formula is same. Same. For plus, you have to write plus here. For minus, you have to write minus here. Other things the same. Sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y. Similarly, cos inverse of x plus cos inverse of y is equal to cos inverse xy minus root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. This is the formula for cos inverse of x plus cos inverse of y, and this is the formula for cos inverse of x minus cos inverse of y. For plus, here it will be minus, and for minus it will be plus. So these are the properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Now what you have to do, you have to learn all the formula, all the result you have to learn. The next class I will show how to apply these formulas, these theorems in solving problems, and I'll solve problems given in NCERT book and another book also. So just go through the formulas again, read carefully and learn. You have to learn all of them. Okay, thank you very much.